Hey there, warrior. Welcome back to the Heal with God podcast. I'm your host, Heather O'Brien. Are you feeling overwhelmed and stuck? Like, no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to find the peace and healing that you're craving? I hear you. I've been there too. And you might think that if you just carve out a little bit more time for yourself, maybe a weekend retreat or some quiet prayer time, it's finally going to click, right? But here's the thing, that doesn't work, right? You probably tried it, and yet that inner healing that you're looking for still feels out of reach. So, why is it so hard to get to a place of real, lasting healing, even when you're doing all the right things? The truth is, there's a deeper cause at play here. You've been going about healing in a way that just isn't sustainable for the pace of your life. The real key to healing is not a one-time fix or a break from your routine. It's learning how to incorporate it into your daily life. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. If you're tired of chasing the perfect moment for healing and you want a simple way to bring peace into your everyday, this episode's for you. Let's dive in. Hey warrior, welcome to Heal with God. Do you want to heal from hurt and heartache? Do you find yourself constantly thinking of ways to heal from trauma, anxiety, and depression, only to be met with the fear of failing and feeling hopeless? Hey there, I'm Heather O'Brien. I too was a Christian sitting on the pews every Sunday, but hopelessly living with addictions as well as depression and anxiety for years. I prayed for myself, but I was full of shame, being stuck in cycles I couldn't break free from. My healing and deliverance came from learning how to hear God's voice. Okay, stay with me here. I didn't know that was a thing either. I didn't know the God of the universe, my creator, wanted to personally talk to me, but he did, and he does. Through prayer, God gave me a blueprint of step-by-step instructions to forgive the unforgivable, heal from trauma, and be delivered of limiting beliefs as well as addictions. If you're ready to find healing with God through prayers that actually work, this podcast is for you. Warrior, I pray the spirit of revelation comes upon you now, and may your heart and mind be receptive to hearing God's voice as you tune in. I want to start by saying I totally get it. Life is busy. I'm a mom of 3. I'm homeschooling my kiddos, leading church activities, running a business, and somehow I'm still trying to squeeze in time to care for my soul and my body and all the things in my house and steward my relationship with my spouse. But here's the thing, even with all of that, I have found a way to make my spiritual disciplines part of my everyday life, and I want to show you how to do the same. It's not about finding hours of free time. Trust me, that doesn't happen. It's about incorporating healing and growth into your routine in simple, sustainable ways. So today I'm going to walk you through how to weave your healing journey into your life that you're already living. No matter how busy you are, you're not too busy to heal with God, and I'm going to show you how to make that work. All right, I'm about to debunk a big myth that I hear over and over again. I'm too busy to heal or focus on myself. If you're saying this to yourself right now, I get it. Life can be hectic, work, family, personal commitments. There's always something on the to-do list, right? But here's the reality. You're not too busy to heal with God. And it's not about finding a huge chunk of time or rearranging your whole life. It's about making healing part of your daily routine. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to incorporate accountability and maintenance into your healing journey in a simple, doable way. Let's start by revisiting James 5:16. It says, "Confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The earnest prayer of a righteous person has great power and produces wonderful results." Now, I want you to notice the key phrase, "so that you may be healed." This isn't just a nice suggestion from God. This is an action plan for healing. And here's where the accountability part comes in. It's saying that healing often comes through relationship. And so God doesn't want us to do life alone, and he knows that having others in our life to walk with us, pray with us, and hold us accountable is actually essential to our healing process. So I want to break it down for you in some ways that you can add accountability and maintenance into your healing journey, no matter how busy you are. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 main ways that you can add accountability into your everyday life. The first one is to find someone that you can be vulnerable with. So James says, confess your sins to each other. But here's the thing, it's not just about anybody. It's about someone safe, someone you can trust, someone who's going to support you without judgment. And if you're thinking, how do I find someone safe? Okay, here's the easy answer. I just want you to pray about it. And the prayer can be very easy. And remember, with prayer, it's a two-way conversation. So you're going to ask God a question and you're going to expect that he is going to respond to you, but you're going to have to be still and listen to his response, or be aware of it throughout the day. Be aware that, okay, I asked God this question and here comes my answer. So the prayer would be something like, God, who do you want me to talk to about these struggles? Who is safe enough to share my heart with? Okay. Sometimes this could be a mentor, a close friend, even a pastor. But I need you to pray about this and let God show you that person, because not everyone is safe. Even if they have a title behind their name, even if they have a degree behind them, they're not always the person that God really wants you to confide in. Remember, being vulnerable with the right person doesn't just release shame, it also releases healing power, because it is biblical. He's telling you to do this, and there's power behind obedience. Okay, number 2 is you can set daily reminders for maintenance. You may be thinking, I don't have time to meet with someone every day, and you don't need to. The second tool for accountability is a very simple and practical one: daily reminders. You can use phone apps, sticky notes, or even physical checklists, digital checklists. There's all kinds of things like that. Okay, so in the Heal with God program, I give you checklists to help you stay on track. And you don't have to spend hours every day. Just take a few moments and check in with yourself and ask, am I doing the work today? If you could take maybe, let's just say 5 minutes a day to check in on your healing journey, you're going to be amazed at how it actually adds up over time. It's a small investment of time with really big results. And I'm going to give you a simple task to implement this. I want you to set 3 daily reminders on your phone, maybe to pray, to reflect, to remind yourself of God's truth for your healing. I love a good timer on my phone that brings back a daily declaration that I know I need to make in this season to renew my mind. So these reminders aren't just about remembering, they are about maintaining your commitment to healing. Even when life gets busy, you have a timer come up. Maybe you're busy, but you can look at a timer and you can see it says, I am the righteousness of Christ. I mean, that took a split second to read, to think, and hopefully you could say out loud. Okay, so the third tip I'm going to give you today is to engage in mentoring relationships. So accountability actually comes from mentoring relationships, both receiving and giving. Sometimes you need someone to speak into your life, to pray with you, to show you the way forward. But there's other times when God's going to place someone in your life for you to mentor and you to help them so that you can also maintain your own healing. I'm thinking even right now of a client that I helped for years, and she's telling me she's leading classes now. And not only is she leading the classes in her church, but she's actually completing them for the first time ever. And she's completing them because she's actually leading them. So that's a form of accountability. Do you get it? Like, you're not going to lead someone to do something you're not doing. You're not going to go be able to lead a class if you haven't done the work behind it. And so that is a form of accountability whenever you're pouring into other people. I've always found that when I'm mentoring someone else, I learn and grow a lot. I have to stay accountable to the principles that I'm teaching because I want to lead by example. And I know that you're going to feel the same way when you begin to mentor others. And not only is it going to reinforce your own healing, it's going to create deep connection with others who are walking in a similar path. And that brings me to the most important point today. Healing with God isn't just a momentary change. It's a lifestyle. The tools I'm sharing with you today are designed to be incorporated into your daily routine. No matter how busy you are, the disciplines of healing aren't meant to be a one-off event. They're meant to be maintained. Just like a car needs regular checkups and fuel, your heart needs daily attention, reminders, and support. And that's why I've created this Black Friday VIP healing package to help you implement these disciplines into your everyday life. The package includes the Heal with God Trauma Painkiller Roadmap, which gives you step-by-step guidance on how to heal. But it doesn't just stop there. You're also going to get 4 one-on-one prophetic healing coaching sessions with me where I'm going to help you get unstuck. Plus, you're going to get tools like Daily Motivational app and self-paced inner healing courses to help support your ongoing journey. With these resources, you'll have all the tools that you need to stay accountable and maintain your healing even in a busy life. One final thing I want to add to this is the foundation of all the disciplines is love. Love for God, love for others, and love for yourself. Jesus himself said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Healing is all about love, God's love for you and the love you show to others. And when you take time to build your relationship with God, when you let his love fill you, you'll have more than enough to love others well. And as you love yourself and show up for your own healing, you're showing love to the people around you because your healing's never just about you. It's about generations to come. It's about all the people that you talk to and encounter every day. So even if you're feeling like time is slipping away and you're too busy, I want you to remember that healing with God is something that you can incorporate into your everyday life. And through some simple disciplines with accountability, reminders, and mentoring, you're going to see that transformation without actually having to carve out hours of time. I hope today's episode encouraged you to take the next step in your healing journey. And if you're ready to go deeper, don't forget to grab the Black Friday VIP healing package. It's the perfect way to jumpstart your healing and maintain it as we head into 2025. But remember, the offer that I've got for this Black Friday VIP healing package in particular, it ends December 2nd. Check out all the details in the notes below, or you can jump over to my website, heatherobrien.net. That's heatherobrien.net/black-friday-sales. And of course, the link is in the show notes below. And there are some fast action bonuses that are ending November 27th. I thank you for tuning in, and I pray blessings and favor are going to chase you down. Well, hey, warrior, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for taking your time to tune in. Just to be clear, the opinions, services, and or products mentioned by the host or guest on this podcast do not guarantee the results or outcomes of any kind. You alone are exclusively accountable for the results, consequences, and outcomes for your life. This podcast isn't a substitute for your physician or therapist, but I'm honored you included me on your spiritual growth journey. Would you take a moment right now to pause and share this episode with at least one person you thought of while listening? It might be the very encouragement they need today to know that you were thinking of them. Also, it would mean so much to me if you take a minute to leave me a written review on Apple Podcasts, letting me know how this podcast is encouraging or challenging you. And if you haven't yet, scroll down to the show notes below and sign up for the weekly Heal with God Insider email, as well as the community Facebook group. I'm looking forward to connecting with you again next Monday, warrior. Until then, I pray blessings and favor will chase you down.